The 49ers take down the Cleveland Browns 26-8. And shocking enough, Shedeur Sanders was not the story of the game, despite them desperately trying to make it so. I heard them broadcast, they said this in the game, where he was like, and an amazing read by Shedeur Sanders, throwing to like a literally wide open player. And then his partner was like, well, it was a great scheme and a great this and that. So like, they try so hard, and it's just sad at this point. But despite what people all want to talk about here, this game has to do with the actual team that is in the playoff hunt, that could win the division, that has 9 wins, and so do the Los Angeles Rams, the team that everyone says is the best team in the NFL. Well, they're matched with wins, so what does that tell you about the 49ers? What does that tell you about Christian McCaffrey being the workhorse that he is, leading the NFL in receptions and carries? Bonkers. I wasn't sure this guy was ever going to be able to walk without being in pain again, and now he is just it's breathtaking. Honestly, it's so inspiring to see. It really is. As someone who's been injured and whose body has kind of failed him at multiple times in his life, he's also at his back. I want to thank my body. Thank you. But it's inspiring. I'm grateful to see what Christian McCaffrey is able to do at this point. Not a crazy game by Brock Purdy. 16 for 29, 168 yards. It was hard to say because at one point they're like, oh, this wind is going to be really matter. But then like during the broadcast, they're like, the wind's not really that much of an impact right now. So it's like at one point there was a couple bad throws by Purdy and from Shedeur, and they're like, oh, I think the wind got it. And it was like, I don't really know if that was wind. I think it was just some bad throws. Like, it's hard to gauge when you're sitting at home, even if you're in the stands and you're feeling the wind. You don't really only know as a player, honestly, when you're truly on the field, and you really only know when you're the quarterback and hey, I threw that and it just kept going. Like, you feel it as a quarterback, even as a receiver. Maybe it's just, really the person throwing the ball is going to have the best frame of reference as to what the story is here. But the 49ers got a pretty simple, straightforward game. Shedeur 16 for 25, 149 yards. The one touchdown, like I said, that was a great play call and a great play design by Stefanski. And again, great execution by Shedeur. I was more tongue-in-cheek about the comment about Shedeur. Shedeur played completely fine, like nothing crazy, nothing devastating. He had the bad sack for sure, but again, rookie quarterback, I'm not expecting him to be, changing the world here in his first handful of games by any stretch of the imagination. You're really just kind of looking for glaring mistakes or moments of I don't want to say greatness, but just, I don't know, moments of, wow, that was legit. Didn't really have the opportunity for that this game. Again, credit to the 49ers defense. But yeah, like I said, nothing too glaringly awful either for Shedeur. So I think this will be another positive win in like the whole Shedeur career trajectory. I would put this in like the win column. He looked really comfortable as well. I think that's also what I really look at for these young quarterbacks. It's do you look overwhelmed? Do you look sped up? And he seemingly was comfortable from my viewpoint. Again, Brock Purdy played a clean game, nothing too crazy, nothing too wild. Had the 2 total touchdowns, had the 2 carries for 4 yards. That's what he does. But just an important win, and one of those games that could be weird on the road, kind of interesting weather against a great defense, an elite defense, a top defense against a quarterback that, I don't know, could be amazing, could be terrible. Nobody knows. Everyone thinks they know, but nobody knows at this point. So just, you wouldn't be surprised if a game like this can kind of get out of control. And then now even going up against a Carolina Panthers team before, like, you just saw what the Panthers did to the 49ers, right? You saw what that run game did. You saw what Bryce Young was able to do. And so the 49ers are taking care of business, man. Like, it's both exciting and both devastating, because you're just like, what if this team was fully healthy? What if this team was just like 50% healthier than what they are right now? It's crazy. This has been just a masterpiece in resilience, in overcoming adversity, in overcoming injuries, in coaching. It's just this has been an absolute pleasure to watch the 49ers, and this is the definition of why you don't give up why you don't overreact, and what coaching can do when you have when you have the right coaching staff, even when you're banged up with injuries, especially if you're not too top heavy of a team. It just shows levels of resiliency that you can show. And it's just really impressive because we can talk about like, oh, the Cleveland Browns aren't that good. And they're not, right? And you're going up against Shedeur Sanders in his second NFL game. All that stuff is true and it's totally fair. But it's like the Raiders couldn't win, I mean, the Cleveland Browns do have 3 wins, so they beat those 3 teams, right? And so it's just like, and they got, most of those teams are going to have all their starters. And it's like, the 49ers are still decimated with injuries. It's like, all right. Brock Purdy is like still dealing with like, elbow, foot, toe, ankle, neck, wrist. Like, it's just like, like they're not all full healthy. Mac Jones is, a backup quarterback. So, Robert Saleh is a failure, a failed head coach, right? So it's just like, and I don't think Shanahan did a great job last year of dealing with the injuries, right? I think it was objectively true to say he didn't do a great job of dealing with all of the injuries and all the missing pieces on offense. This season, absolutely. And I defended Shanahan because I said, listen, he's still really young in his career. He really is in the grand scheme of things. And I expect like an Andy Reid who's been doing this for a million years to be better with just a lot more moving parts, bringing in injured players, having a great player, then losing him for a half, thinking you're going to have a great player, but then like you don't have him at all because he's just, unavailable. And like it takes years. Coaches continue to grow and evolve and get better and better and better as their careers go on. And so it was fair to say, I think Shanahan's a great coach, an awesome coach, a top coach, an elite coach, but didn't do a good enough job last season. This season, unbelievable job. Robert Saleh, unbelievable job. So just great to see, man. It really, really is great to see. So credit to the 49ers who are also right there. Like, I guess technically when we look at the standings, like, I guess the 1 seed's open for everyone right now. I mean, obviously this is going to be slightly dated because of all the games going on right now, but 9 wins for the Bears, 8 wins for the Packers. The Buccaneers are probably out of the way for the number 1 seed, but the Rams 9 wins. The Seahawks, you like their chances of getting 9 wins there. The 49ers 9 wins. Like, everyone's got 9 wins, 9 wins. It's all right there, man. It's all right there. It's probably going to come down to any of those random tie-breaking scenarios and whatnot. But yeah, just the season's fascinating, man. The season is absolutely fascinating. But I'll just leave it at that. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about the San Francisco 49ers? How do you feel about them right now? Like, do you feel the 49ers are legitimately a top team in the NFL? Are they like a true contender? Or is it just kind of like, easy schedule. They got some interesting wins, but, once they face the real teams, they'll get exposed. I'm curious 49ers fans' thoughts. Especially, but let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single comment, so whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions, let's get in some fights, but ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all generally feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.